What's up, guys? It's Missy, and I'm back with another SimCity Build It video. I just did a video, part two of the questions and answers. This is actually going to be a video on Sims happiness level and road upgrades, things like that. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and as you can see, my city got attacked, which is lovely. Okay, so this blue circle, kind of glimmering crap you see around my screen here, this is when your city gets attacked and it sustained full damage. So you have to actually repair it fully to make this really irritating blue crap go away. Now, a lot of people will ask me about, how come my Sims aren't 100% happy? How do I fix that? And they complain about going broke upgrading their roads. So your happiness level, where's my happy? There it is. Okay, top left corner. Now yes, happiness is important because the happier that your people are, the more taxes that they pay. So when you click your taxes, you will see right here, the tax rate goes up the happier that they are. Now, a lot of times people have that really annoying 99% happiness. They just can't figure out why they can't get that last percent. Normally, what that's from is you either have, what was it? There was storage, your storage, wherever this thing, storage unit. People will place this government building too close to a home, and it actually causes people to be unhappy. Don't ask me why, but it took me a while to figure that one out. So if you are somebody who's having that issue, pick that up, move it, and see what happens. Now, other things that can make the happiness go down, obviously, is having pollution near the area. So when you click your factories or other things like sewage and waste management, you'll see this brown square on your screen. And if any home is within that brown square, it's going to cause the happiness level of the Sims to move out. So typically people will purchase the nanotech factory. If they have a factory that's close to the residence, you're going to want to purchase the last one. Now, I personally don't think that it's worth the 30,000. It doesn't produce faster and it doesn't produce more slots. All it does is gets rid of that pollution square. So I actually have my factories up front, and as you can see, I have no homes anywhere near them. So I'm good on that. Another thing that will lower your happiness is traffic jams. So if you have roads that need upgraded, now here's the thing about road upgrades. They will run you broke, okay? You don't want to upgrade the roads unless you're positive that that road is damn near permanent, okay? You have no intentions of bulldozing it anytime soon. Yes, you can make long roads because they typically don't need upgraded as often, but when they do need upgraded, they are extremely expensive when they're longer. The highest road upgrade that you can have is an Omega road upgrade, meaning it's going to be like this one here, right in front of these homes. That is an Omega road. They will get pretty expensive. So again, if they're not permanent, I wouldn't even bother with them, to be honest. And what you can actually do if you're worried about your happiness is, let's say that you have an area where it says, we have traffic jams. Let me see if I can find an area to show you. Because this is kind of a cool trick. Okay, so yeah, you'll see this little red exclamation mark here. And when you click it, it will tell you which road you need to upgrade. So as you can see, the ones in the yellow, that's moderate traffic, meaning if the population increases in that area, it's going to need to be upgraded. So what you can do, if let's say you're tight on money, but you want your happiness to be decent, in the area in which you have a red zone, all you have to do is pick up any one of those homes, like, or maybe a park or a building, doesn't matter which, pick it up, place it down, and it goes away. Okay. If you want to, you can place it back down and it'll stay away for however amount of, time until it says, oh, okay, traffic jam picked up again. But it's a temporary solution to not have to waste $20,000, right? Now, that goes for anything increasing your pop. So, like I said before, it could just be a park, it could be a tree, okay? Just that one thing that pushed you just a little too much over the population limit. And at least that way, your happiness level is, decent and you can continue to collect maximum taxes. So, another thing is, I would make your roads I would do your city however you want. Like, if you want really cool looking city, go for it. Don't focus on population. The only thing the only reason that my cities look the way that they do, all jam packed right now, is because I have maximum storage. I have maximum land on every map that I have unlocked. I have I have all my mountain, all my beach, all my VU, everything is unlocked. Everything's max. So I am at a point where I have 200 plus epics, so I can go ahead and start unlocking regional maps. I do not recommend you do that unless, like I said, you have a huge chunk of your epics done, your storage is upgraded, your land is upgraded before you even consider unlocking the regional maps, because it will hurt you so bad if you unlock those maps early on. But the only time I worry about population right now is I need 10 million population within all of my maps to unlock the last map. So that's why all my cities are really jam packed right now, because I'm trying to boost my population to unlock that last map. Then I have huge plans for every map. I'm going to make them gorgeous, but my main capital map is what I mainly focus looking, pretty or whatever. Now, the Sims will not. Okay, so there's this misconception that people have with the happiness is that if you introduce your Sims to a certain category and then you take that category away, that their happiness level will never be the same unless they're getting that. So like people think that, oh, I introduced these set of homes to a park and now I don't have a park there, so now they're unhappy. That is not true. That is definitely not true. When you click, let's see here. Say you hold down a house, okay? And you can click the land value and see how it says specialization right here, and they're all blue except for one. That means that I have coverage for every one of those categories to that home besides the beach category. But that's not what's causing the happiness to go down. Happiness does not go down because you put a park there and then took a park away. No, that does not happen. Happiness goes down from traffic jams, the pollution squares, damage to the city. Like, as you can see, these two, how they don't have a control net, those are just there because I use them to complete my calm tasks. So now I'm 100% happy. Okay. So just keep that in mind whenever you're doing your specialization, that you don't have to have parks covering every residential home. However, if you are doing your city achievement and you're like, there's one city achievement where it says provide park services for 200 residential zones. And that's the third star. So I think the first one's like 25. The second one's, I think, 100 or 50. I can't remember which. But what you're going to do is you're going to go and hold down on a home. And on this menu at the very top, it says, yeah, I have a total of 140 homes on this map. I have one available to upgrade. And out of the 140, 138 of those homes are Epic buildings. Okay. So what this means is I can't possibly provide parks to 200 residents because I don't have 200 residents. You have to have 200 homes before you can provide coverage to 200 homes. Then what you'll do is you'll click whatever category in which you're trying to provide coverage, and in this case it's parks. You'll zoom out and you will make sure that each and every home is in the green zone. And this will mean that you have provided services to however many you need. Now, right here in the top middle, it says plus 178213. That is the amount of population that I have increased through that category alone. And this goes for every category. So transportation, I have a total of 156,000. Okay. So it's very important that you look at your menus and that you read them thoroughly. A lot of the stuff and questions that people have could be answered if they would just kind of look at what they're doing and reading. Now, there's there's an issue that people have had before. Now, let's say that you had, let's say that you were dinking around with your city and you're designing it, and all of a sudden your Sims are all yelling that they don't have water and power and sewer, and you know that you haven't increased your population. Okay, so you know that it's not because of that. What typically will happen is people will not realize it, but they don't have the roads leading to it. Yes, there's roads on it, right? And everything looks fine. But for example, these are where my resources are, my Omega and power plant. Now, somehow in this jumbled mess, these roads all lead and connect to this. If I go through here, like this road right here, if I were to bulldoze this road right here, I no longer would be leading. I'm going to do it just to show you guys. So I'm no longer leading. Oh, wait, yeah, I am. Okay, hang on. Because I still have that one. Just a sec here. Let's try it. That one. Okay, see now how I don't have sewer and power? That's because I don't have that road leading to it. So you got to make sure that all of your roads are connecting to your resources, because it could be just a bridge that's not connected. Maybe you had a bridge that went over into an area of homes and you were moving stuff around and you didn't put the bridge back, and all of a sudden you don't have coverage. So make sure that that's not the case before you go and buy a bunch of stuff that you don't need. The other thing is you don't have to put this stuff near the homes. In fact, you want to put it away from the homes. I chose to put mine in one area off to the side. Some people like to put it, throughout their city. The only one that you can really put near the homes and it doesn't cause an issue is the water. Okay? Because the water doesn't have a pollution square. So you can actually put water right next to a house and it won't be a problem. So, drones and control nets, same thing. You can put those near houses, won't be an issue. Let's see. Sorry, I'm kind of got stuff going on here. Now, that covers basically the happiness. Now, if you click the happiness, it will show you what your happiness level is per map. Okay. You want your happiness level to be high, but if for whatever reason you're low, you're low level, you're struggling for coins, your service demand is high, don't go broke trying to make them happy. Okay. Oftentimes, what people will do is they will build up a bunch of homes early on. They'll get overwhelmed and they'll have to buy every time that they up every time they upgrade, they have to upgrade all their services. And so it's like this constant battle of going broke. You don't need to do that. You really don't need high population early on. What you really should be doing early on is focusing on the few construction zones that you do have and getting them fully upgraded before you keep laying down new ones, right? Get those fully upgraded. And that way, when you hit the appropriate level and you unlock epics, you can complete epics. You don't have, 97 residents that have two upgrades on them. You have maybe 18 homes that are fully upgraded, taking up less space, but allowing you to do epics, which in turn allows you to have a low service demand. Epic buildings require way less resources. So, um, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. And my next video, I'm going to do um, how I built my city and why I built it the way that I did.